Bryzel, gone. Malice, gone. You know what that's left? Crystron, baby! Welcome back to our channel, Rogue Tier Enthusiast. And this time I got what a crazy deck profile. Crystron is finally Tier 1. Best deck. What can I say? Except that I apologize for being injured, I guess. Even the Zombie King himself can somehow get injured. There is a weapon out there that can injure me, right? And that's insane. And with all that said, let's get into the deck profile. Starting off with a simple Trees Miger. This is like the best card in the deck. This guy's crazy. One card combo, let's go. Inclusion is absolutely powerful. Most of the time it's gonna search the inclusion, but you do need it sometimes to search the cluster. And but most of the time it's inclusion, really. Very powerful. It's not really as a starter, a one card combo starter, as you need another Crystron to really make use of Slafnir. But Slafnir is too good not to play a 3. And then for our 2 OBS, we have 2 Sulfadors. Obviously this card is not as good of a starter as Slafnir. It's a very nice combo piece though. And the best part is that both of them work from the grave as well, so they can be discarded. They can be sent to grave and still use their effects, which is very nice. Also 2 Tristalos. Obviously Tristalos, such a broken card, you slap it down. It can be your normal summon if you already have inclusion, which is very nice, and it basically means your opponent's hand traps are pretty useless because you're just gonna get a free synchro out of it. And also play under Nib. You could cut the C3. I know some people have cut C3 and play it in the side deck or something, but I main deck it. If you want to cut it, you can play 3 Tristalos instead. That's up to you. And just one Ticevern. Sometimes we do need a search piece, and it's just nice to have as another Crystron name. But that's really it for the monsters. But we're not finished with the engine, as we have a Foolish Bear to Foolish Miger, of course, and a 3 inclusion, because this is probably one of the most broken Warcon combos I've seen in recent times. And rounding up the engine with the 1 cluster. You have to main deck it. Cluster is such a good card as it recycles your Crystron's back, and in order that is a very good interruption on both turns. You can use as well, and even keep it going second, because that's how good it is, and that's how easy access you can have. And next up, we have cards that help us get to our engine. I'm playing pure, so here's the Speedroid Teratrop package with a 1 Tomborg. Obviously, this guy is 1 card combo by itself as well. It does it's quite annoying, because that means you have to play the break of the Homborg, but I feel like Teratrop is too good of a card not to play. It's just too good, allowing you to make what is a 1 card SP or other stuff that I'm gonna show later in the extra deck. And now moving on to the non-engine, playing 3 Flawless. Finally, this card is budget, though I have the original prints. So I'm not that happy. You're crying. No, I'm not crying. Next up, we have 3 Ash. It's Ash. It's one of the best hand traps. It's extremely generic. So you play the 3. Something that I'm not so sure about playing a 3 is the 3 Ogres. Obviously, this is very good against some matchups, as you can even stop the dual drive from resolving, because it detaches for effect. It does not detach for cost, meaning that you can just ogre it and it's not gonna resolve. But so you can mainly, this guy's for Blue Eyes. Now Blue Eyes is very popular, especially at my locals. So here comes the ogres in clutch to save the day by hitting the True Light. But you can play 3 Nib instead. Maybe like cut 1 Ogre, play 3 Nib, or maybe play other hand traps of your choosing. Maybe also want to main deck Purulia or something. But that's it really. Just there are many options, but for now Ogre is gonna be in there. And the 2 Veilers to round up the hand traps. But we're not done with the non-engine because we're just full. These are just the monster hand traps really. We now have some board breaking action in the form of Droplet. You would have to be crazy not to play Droplet in this deck. As I said, most of your Crystrons have grave effects, and some, like I say, Slafnir, Smaya, Sulfador can use their effects in hand and grave as well. So they're very easy cards to send off Droplet going second, and even going first you can just send stuff away and it does not matter. And that's basically for the spells really, except the one Called by the Grave to deal with our opponent's hand trap. Even though this deck does play to so many hand traps, the one Called by is still nice to have. This could also be a Prosperity. Arguably you could play Prosperity, but I feel like this deck is already so consistent. The one of Prosperity, I don't think boosts consistency that much. And just to finish up the main deck, we have the 3 Infinity Premiers. Has so much non-engine. This deck is packed. This is just absolutely packed with non-engine to deal with all kinds of situations, because we can afford it, because the main deck is absolutely full of 1-card combos and 1.5-card combos. This is just crazy. But yeah, that would be it for the main deck. So let's just move that aside for now and move to the extra deck. For the extra deck, I got 1 Chambara for the easy OTKs. Also, it's level 5, which is quite nice, because maybe sometimes you won't have access to your tuner plus a level 5 to make your 7s, but you have a Smyger or something. It really that depends, or a Tatatomborg. And yeah, that will be it's very nice for the OTKs. Your opponent just never XP, just gets an attack boost on every attack, even the first attack, which is very nice. Just puts ton of damage on the board. And Dawn Dragster, absolutely goated interruption against spell and trap heavy decks. This guy, it's an absolute menace. We can even make 2 quite easily, so that's very nice. I do like the 2. Maybe you'll use a 1 and then in the grind game you might need the second one, so here comes the second one in clutch. It did happen. And following that up with some Crystron LS Catus. This card's absolutely custom, but to be fair, most of the new Crystron, like all the new Crystron cards are custom. Cluster's custom, Terstalo's custom, so every one of them is custom. And absolutely, Konami just absolutely cooked, just turn up all the levels for the support for this deck. And to round up our 7s, we have 1 Samurai Destroyer to play under Nib. Some of you may think this is quite a low count for the 7s and all that, but we also have 1 Current Gundrax, which is so good with a Banish 3, and has a float effect as well. All the Crystrons, most of them have float effects, like Scatus, Current Gundrax, and even Suflafnir. And yeah, that's it for the synchro. Some of you may think that's a little, but we have so much other stuff to include in the extra deck, such as the Gossip Shadow. Quite a hot take here, but if you already have combo, you can easily turn the Teratomborg if it does not get. Some people might even negate the Teratomborg for some reason. It's like, okay. But whatever, you can just turn it into a Gossip Shadow, and there you go, you have a really nice negate right there that draws cards. It does draw cards for your opponent too, but that's fine. It's basically free. And next up we have the 1 Cyber Dragon Nova to go into the 1 Infinity, of course. Infinity is such a broken card for this deck. And to get out of very sticky situations, we have Titan, which is absolutely goated for the grind game. For combos, getting Smyger off the field, we have the Clockwork Knight. Admirage is not that good, because sometimes the Clockwork Knight effect does come in handy. But yeah. Next up, again for the combos, with a Teratrop. If we don't have combo, we can go into Cherubini to get ourselves a combo, or maybe even going second, we can use it to go into SP. We can use anything to go into SP really, but I'm just giving one example, and why Teratomborg is so crazy. And Teratomborg, this is a brick. And for the last card in the extra deck, it's so powerful I just dropped it on the floor, because why not? And yeah, for the last card in the extra deck, we have the one Invoke Mechaba. Obviously, some people might nib on the Nova, and that's where you can easily punish them with a Mechaba. And it just feels like as soon as Crystron's players take out the Mechaba, people start nibbing on the Nova and blah blah blah. And if as soon as you put Mechaba in, people stop nibbing on the Nova. It's whatever really, but maybe even some people still play Mitsuguri with a Dogmatica package, so you can send a Nova to get a Mechaba, which is just absolutely funny. And next up, we'll finish this deck profile with the extra deck. For the extra deck, we got 3 Purulia. I just really love the draw power, what can I say? Absolutely insane in some matchups, it's nuts. And also Droll in some matchups, it can be an extreme turn ender, and funny enough, that's quite a lot of matchups. Malice somehow is still around, and also for the Crystal Mirror match, we have the Lancias for that. Even more draw power, we have the Meows. Well, to be fair, you don't have to play all this. You can cut the Lancias, cut the Purulias, cut the Meows. Maybe play stuff like Lightning Storm and Duster instead, as easy outs to back row. But next up, we have 3 Storm Strike for going first. And when we go in time, we have the Dark Strike Fighter. And I hope you really enjoyed, and I wish you all best of luck in your Christian endeavors, because Casus is signing out.